As dawn breaks, so begins the procession to the Grand Cathedral.
The King's casket has left the castle. The procession will take the main streets to its destination, the Grand Cathedral. I'll have you blend in with the guards posted there. On my mark, you'll create a distraction. Draw Luis's attention.
What, with the soldiers? But our uniforms are...
I had Fabienne patch them up.
In the state they were in? That must have taken all night. Let me see.
Thanks for keeping Maria company yesterday. I'd appreciate if it wasn't the last time.
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I appreciate it. The girl just has trouble making friends is all. We're going to split up as soon as we leave. At the Grand Cathedral, we'll pose as guards to cause a commotion. I leave the rest to you.
I'll see to everything here, don't worry.
Papa?
I'll be back tonight. Be a good girl while I'm gone, eh?
We can read a little more from my book, all right?
Really?
Once we're back, let's all have dinner together.
Yes, please.
Be careful.
See you soon.
Once it's over, we'll regroup back here at night. I'm counting on you.
We'll do our best. Right then. Let's get ourselves ready, then head for the Grand Cathedral.
Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Metaphor ReFantazio. It is June 11th, and we need to get to the Grand Cathedral. We've got to head down San Lumeo Street, and then turn right when we get to the... I'm on auto. And then turn right when we get to the square in front of the gallows. There should be some shops selling weapons or armor on our way. So let's stop by. If you can't find them, your map should help. Okay. I don't think I'm actually going to buy anything right now. I feel like I'm okay on gear, especially because I got that weapon from the... oh, wait. Today's a royal funeral. The king, he's really gone. My bottle's about gone too. Gonna have to throw my own royal funeral. He reeks. What's with this guy? Can't go through this way, so let's steer clear. But I have that sword from the dragon, so I'm not super worried. And we can see a very familiar face here. Moore. I don't know why, but I can sense Moore's presence over there. Does that mean this place is peaceful enough that you can connect to academia? Yes, I can. So let's go talk to him.
No, where was I?
And head to academia, because this is kind of important and will be very helpful if we open our little book here. Off we go. It does play this animation every time.
Look at this.
Sense the power of a new archetype. Do come and speak to me, should you want to study it. Yes, so, hello, buddy. Ah, thank you for coming. You seem to be walking your own path, as I expected you would. Splendid. I realize this is sudden, but there's something I wanted to ask of you regarding the power that you are gifted, that you all are gifted with, about archetypes. I have a task I'd like you to undertake.
What?
What do you mean by task?
All right.
To stand fearless in the face of change, that may not only alter your form, but reveal the heroic qualities you embody. That, indeed, is the truth of archetypes. The heroes of our kingdom's history all showed glimpses of such power, though not to the extent you have, yet now their tales are largely forgotten. Fables in obscurity.
That means...
A hero standing alone is no hero at all, but a simple dissenter. Without the support of others, their ideals are soon buried beneath history's weight, and their lives go unnoticed. The same holds true for archetypes. An archetype will only reach their ultimate power once you obtain and unite many heroic embodiments. If you can achieve this, my dream shall too be fulfilled. In this way, I'm sure we can take the first step toward the ideal world I described in my novel.
Because you see...
Researching this power is vital to me as well. For our first task, I'd like you to cultivate the heroic embodiment of the healer. I'm certain the task will be a fruitful opportunity for you to hone what draws others to you. That is to say, your outwardly royal virtue. All right, Moore's task, forward and prologue. Yes, you will get tasks quest, whatever you want to call them, from people throughout the world. Says I need to challenge Louise the Archmage, and that means I need to raise the healer archetype to rank 10. Can be completed by anyone.
Please.
You need but complete your task and speak to me. That act alone will grant me boundless understanding. Yeah, I got it. Thank you for coming so quickly to your decision.
Yes, that's
A
right.
confrontation with your nemesis is inevitable, is it not? For all your plans and devices, one day you'll have to face and fight Count Louise.
But for that,
To that end, you must seek to awaken new and stronger archetypes, and research the way their powers complement each other. Chance encounters often spur a hero to grow, and indeed, change the very world around them. As we share a fantasy of ideals, surely I too will share in this growth.
this research.
And when that happens, my memories may gradually return. The king's seal upon them may fade, such as where this place is and why the king confined me here. Through research, you will gain more power and I will regain my memories. And ultimately, we reach the utopia I dreamt of. A mutually beneficial agreement, no? Already your efforts have done much for my research. Now, there's more I can do to assist you. If an archetype has learned a skill, I can make it inheritable by other archetypes. I can show you whenever you'd like, and this way your encounters with others will become a source of even greater strength. So let us face hardships together. I have high hopes for your future endeavors. Can I talk? You gonna give me a chance? Okay. So I mentioned this. I thought it was unlocked earlier. I didn't realize we had to go through a tutorial. Yes, you can inherit new skills onto different characters, different archetypes. I am going to unlock Healer for Will.
See. Fascinating.
This is the archetype he sends for Maria. Yes, yes, yes. And we get the same animation that always plays out. I'm going to master this dialogue. It's really not important. This plays out literally anytime you unlock an archetype, whether it's now or the very last day of the game. So I don't think it's super important.
New skills, new
And
possibilities.
yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Now, I am going to press square. This is skill inheritance. If you have learned skills from other archetypes, which you can see all of them right here, you can also sort from them, attack, support. I think the infinity one on the right, I think that's passives, but I don't have any yet. You can pay mag, which is a currency you get. You have mag and gold, I guess. I think the other one's gold. You can pay mag to take that skill and be able to apply it to, this is what I'm doing, right? Yes. And apply it to a different archetype. So you can see I have Day, which is a healing skill that comes on Seeker. So tons of customization with this whole archetype system. I think it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot we've got going for us in the future with various archetypes. Inherent skills. Oh, this is just a different screen. I honestly just like doing this screen because I can see everything a little bit better. I don't think there's a real reason to have the inherent skills. Lectures is basically just tutorials if you want to read them in case you maybe took a break and forgot. There's a lot of good information here. There's also a lot of good information in Moore's library whenever you have a glowing green mystical goobly goo. You can read something and it's helpful. A lot of good tips. I don't think I'm really going to read them. Maybe I'll give it a shot at some point, but I feel like at this point I know how to play the game and I can just give tips as I go. Plus that gives me something to talk about while I go through all of the various dungeons, because there are some long dungeons in this game. One in particular, I'm sure if you've played it, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. So I need to go to the left once I got to the gallows. People are chattering. Is the procession still far? I suppose it wouldn't pass through a dingy street like this. There's no way they'd bring the king near a street full of Parapus. Whoa there, hold on. Is that an Elda over there? Don't stare. Oh, I can feel my skin crawling. Also, if you notice, and this is always a really unsettling moment in the Persona series, there's no music. It's just the sound of the church bells.
Hey, mister.
Mom got cross with me. She said, don't say bad things about other people, but saying bad things about Parapus is A-okay. Why? Because I don't get in trouble for saying stuff like weird ears or no horn, and so... Wait, hold on. You don't have horns either, huh, mister? Stroll, what do you have to say? It's almost time. Let's stay focused. Did I skip through something? Nope, I didn't. Okay, so we've got a variety. Oh, this guy's important. Hey now, Elder lad. That's a nice sword you got there. Hi, buddy. Relax, I'm no thief. That sword says you're a mercenary, so I've got a little proposal for you. You must have picked up some mag from fighting monsters, yeah? If you're not using it, let me take it off your hands. By mag, I'm talking about tiny little magla crystal shards. I buy them up on order of the Sanctus Church. The accumulators out here gather it too, but I say they're pretty inefficient. Anyway, what else would you use it for? Sweet deal I'm offering, mate.
Isn't that...
Mag, that's the currency we use to study archetypes in academia, yeah. If you're really strapped for money, you could exchange mag here. You need both things though, so I'll leave it up to you. Yes, so you do have 2 different currencies. Yep. Mag market prices change day to day, but it's more favorable on days when the weather's bad. So, you can exchange. I don't recommend this. Yes, money is tight early game, but mag becomes so wildly important. Even just like halfway through the game. I wish they would offer it both ways. They unfortunately don't. So here we are. It's nothing but Clamar this and nobles that around here lately. My head's killing me listening to it all. Sorry, buddy. Okay, we have a variety of shops. This is the smithy, so you can buy weapons here. Here we are. You are very calm. Royal funeral is being held today, so I've got to close up shop soon to mourn in my own way. If you're looking to make a purchase, get on with it, please. I can definitely sell some things. Might as well. I don't really need attack. Because, I mean, I'm a healer. That's not really what I'm going to be going for. I'm going to keep that on the back burner. We've got a lot of stuff going on over here. This is the armory. It's exactly what it sounds like. You buy gear here.
Welcome.
Oh, what a rare customer. Sorry, but we'll be closing soon because of the royal funeral, I'm afraid. Yes, so you can buy armor. I will say you can get good armor from enemies, and we will talk about that tomorrow, I think. Maybe. But I think for now, I should probably go here. This is Comfort Concoctions. This is a potion shop. I will actually probably buy things here.
Come off it.
My word, what is this? There's a hair on this herb. Fine, shopkeep, I'll buy it for half price. Okay.
And what is it you want?
King wouldn't have looked twice at me, but you can't help but feel sad. Anyway, you making a purchase? This is just healing items. I probably want to buy... Ooh. Ariadne's threads are really helpful. I'm going to buy a bunch. And then I'll probably buy some of these status things just so that I have them. Revival medicine's always good to have. Key items, parch water, all sold out. Oh, I'll probably go with this. That's all I'll need. It's not going to be super crazy today, but it's nice to stock up on these things whenever you need them. These are here for you. These don't go away. They will be here throughout the course of the game. And I believe they update their inventory as you go, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, off we go to, where are we going? Is this Regalith Grand Cathedral? Yes, Regalith Grand Cathedral. So this is where the royal funeral is heading towards. I definitely want to talk to people though, because we haven't been over here.
Hey, mister.
My mom says she's going to the royal funeral. What was it? What did he say? Royal funny roll. Not me though, I'm gonna stay home and play with my dad. Is your dad not going? This is a new area, so I don't want to trigger a cutscene. Right there, this building. This was the recruitment office that we went to kind of right off the bat in the game when we first got to Grand Trad. I think so many people would gather like this. I suppose it's to be expected of a royal funeral. Was the late king that popular with the people? I suppose many have come only to see the Grand Cathedral. Yeah, that's true, it is quite a sight to behold. I don't know how the architecture works with that and the civil engineering. Granted, this is an area with magic, so who knows. I wonder what it's like on inside. I wonder what it's like inside. I got this friend working for a nice family. She'll get to watch the royal funeral from the good seats. Okay. I just want to make sure I talk to everybody. Whoever was behind the king's death, I'd be disappointed if they stopped there. This country's rotten at the core. It needs to collapse once and for all. That's quite a disrespectful thing to say, though I must agree. Because obviously this is kind of a one-time event where, you know, not going to be a funeral after today, so I want to make sure I hear everybody's dialogue. Are you oh, you are. What did I tell you, sir? Made it just in time. You must have come for the royal funeral, but the Grand Cathedral's already so crowded. I don't know if they actually made it in time. Well, They're gonna have to watch it from the cheap seats. Ah, damn it, this is the worst. Looks like there's some bugs mixed in with the spices. I already picture the Clamar regular of mine all red in the face screaming at me. Looks like I'll be down a customer from here on. Okay, that looks like it's everybody. There are some shops here, we'll see them later. So, let's go. It's time. Let's find somewhere out of sight so we can change.
Lots of lords and nobles. Some generals, too. All the big names are here.
Can you see Grius?
I can pick him out. Although I don't see Luis around.
Look there!
The call. What is this? Isn't that the flower straight from the king's garden?
And a common-blooded man bearing them to a funeral? Does the man know no shame? That's tantamount to declaring himself royalty.
Barbarian!
Your fool of a king is dead. Disillusioned by vain aristocrats and simpering clergy, he withered and died under his own weakness.
The audacity!
How can he say that?
This is madness! At the king's own funeral!
Lord Louis speaks true! The nobles are to blame!
Names are guilty!
But open your eyes, and you will see the crisis in our nation. I will show you truth, the truth of reality. You've all been sheltered, blinded by walls of stone. Behold a human corpse. They are no mere rumor. They lurk and nest across the very land you call home. A fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. How long before we're overrun? You can only blame your king's weakness. And thus, who deserves his crown? A man of proven strength!
How dare you, scoundrel! Your words verge on treason!
Against what ruler, Blue Blood? The dead cannot be betrayed. Let your late king's soul bear witness. Let Louis Squeerburn be named the true and rightful ruler of Uchronia.
Hey, what do we...
What's happening?
Such power. It can't be.
The palace!
Could this be the king's own magic?
I am Hypnodius V.
His Majesty?
The people of my land desire a new king, and I shall provide.
Did he just say Hypnodius V? That face? It can't be. His Majesty, the king? How?
He was dead? Why?
Be silent! Let him say his piece.
Heed me, O kingless.
Time is finite before my soul departs this benighted world. In 4 moons of life past death, there shall come a reckoning, a day of the hero. Upon that day, whosoever hath truly earned the greatest faith of the citizenry shall ascend to throne and crown by right of kings.
By right of kings? The faith of the citizenry? Truly?
From the lofty heavens shall my unfading soul look down upon thee, and from the whispered hopes of thine anxious hearts shall those to whom thine allegiances lie be laid bare.
What's happening?
I hear thy voices ring out in clarion truth. Here and now, witness the faces of those most desired to become king.
It's Forden. Count Louise! Count Louise is there too!
They're all candidates.
What glorious spectacle! The mantle of king is mine by right and providence.
You go too far, Luis. We gather to mourn his majesty, and you desecrate it. You would befoul the throne, blackguard.
So be it. Shall we test that? Good people, is Forden truly fit to be king? Or shall you cast off the shackles of blind faith? We need not be chained to birth or tribe. In my world, we are a people equal and united. I shall be your shield from the human menace. Together, peace is within our grasp.
When my village burned, the church did nothing. There's no way we can fight those monsters alone.
And those of us in bonds? Will we too be protected?
Don't be fooled. He's not the man you think he is.
Hey, look! Count Luis, he's catching up to Forden.
Can the giant thing really see what we're thinking?
Luis, you've led the people's hearts astray.
No future exists without the power to eliminate the human crisis. Those who stand at my side, who oppose the powers that be, my protection is yours. Or refuse my hand and perish. I will lead us over your corpses.
You mean, just as you killed the king?
A country is heavier than a crown, and he could not bear it. Retribution past due.
You vile...
He cares nothing for the blood on his hands.
Damn you, Luis! You think you truly deserve the crown? You doom us all! I won't stand for it!
Hey, who are you?
Silence him!
A kingslayer deserves only death! That's right! Hey!
Yes, good! You need to go too.
Where's Grius?
Alsus?
I shall not suffer the defiance of my people's will. In my name art thou punished.
Punished? Impressive. One of the royal family's dog. Rather poetic, I suppose. See how he has rewarded your loyalty.
No!
I warned you. This is the price of defiance. Though I hadn't expected the king's own magic on my side. So be it. Rally behind me. I will shield you from injustice. Rise above birth and circumstance, for they mean nothing!
Count Luis is our only
What
hope!
choice do we have? He'll kill any against him!
Not much of a choice.
Upon the day of the hero, Whosoever has most earned my people's faith shall ascend upon my throne to rule, according to my judgment. Be thou criminal, pauper, or noble, thy claim is decided not by stature or trial. I shall bear witness. From this heavenly seat I am nigh omnipotent. Look to the faces carved upon this rock, and see thou the faces of the chosen. I shall brook no sabotage or obstruction of this trial. Let all hear me and obey.
Damned!
Hey, Grius! Grius!
Damn it.
Luis!
Alphys.
The sun sets on old fossils. It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis as king.
Stand down!
Damned meddlers. So your wish is to die, is it? Your bones will be monuments to Lord Luis's glory!
No! He defiles the dead!
Ah, but Lord Luis has sent me here on an important errand.
What errand?
It seems I'll need considerable time to accumulate the Magla. Until it's done, however, I'm afraid I'll have to borrow the cathedral. The day the king's mourning ends will become the day of calamity. If you mean to interfere, then die.
Stand strong! The souls of the dead do not return. He manipulates them as puppets with foul magic!
Brace yourselves, everyone!
What is this? What the hell is this?
Stroll, get a hold of yourself. We've got company.
All right, well, that is not a good song.
Come. Damn it, I can't focus.
Okay, like I was saying, that was not a great start. So, Royal Funeral didn't go so hot, but we have a new status. This is Anxiety. It can be inflicted in two circumstances. One, when you're ambushed into battle, or when you get crit from an enemy. Allies afflicted with Anxiety will be unable to control archetype skills, and attacks against them won't consume any enemy turn icons, among other things. Pay special attention to this status. Anxiety is a big ailment in this game. Be careful.
Sorry about that. I'll be all right.
Here they come. Brace yourselves.
Okay, so are you gonna attack me, or... Hit rate's now 100%. This is actually kind of concerning. I don't know how much HP these guys have, but I am glad I'm in the back. How do I want to do this? Do I have a good item for this? So, I don't. The good thing about this game is if you have an ailment cure in your inventory, it sends it straight to the top. I can't use archetype skills here, so... Oh! I forgot about this. So I pressed triangle. You can still use your archetype, you just can't control what the archetype does. I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The good thing is that I think when you get attacked, you don't have anxiety anymore. It's honestly been so long since I've played this game, I don't exactly remember all of the ins and outs in it. But I might as well diagonal slash you. This really should kill. Okay, so this is not a super tough battle. unfortunately. I guess it is kind of a more of a story beat rather than an actual boss fight. But that's what, 5 skeletons? And we get a good amount of XP and archetype XP.
Where'd that man go? Did he take soldiers into the cathedral?
There should be a mausoleum nearby. Could you take his body there?
Yes, right away.
Take care with him, please. He was a dear friend. He gave his all for the king. For the royal bloodline. The least he deserves is dignity in death. My name is Hulkenberg. I have a question for you. That power you wield, it is not something they teach in the army. You are no ordinary soldier.
And you? You're clearly more than a guard captain.
I am a knight in the Crown's service. Commanding the guard is not my station's duty, but these are dire times.
A knight?
And you pretend at soldiery. But that matter can wait. Alsace seemed to know you.
Who is Alsace?
We'll have time for debate after we apprehend that mage. He's after the royal scepter, I'm sure of it.
The royal scepter?
Please, someone, help! Please help. I've still got family inside. Did he trap civilians in the cathedral? Yes, my family and more.
I don't envy their chances if he finds them helpless.
I am honor bound as a knight to answer their plea. I would ask your aid as well, if you might give it.
Does it not tarnish the Royal Knights to enlist the aid of strangers?
I haven't the luxury of refusing able fighters.
If I turn back here, I'd never be able to face Grius. Any objections, my friend?
None that would stop you, I expect.
You know me so well already. Let's just watch out for those accursed skeletons.
All right, here we are, the Regalith Grand Cathedral. And there goes Hulkenberg. We need to catch up to her. And we are all glowy. Stroll is not glowy when he sprints for some reason, but there's a lot of dead bodies. I hope those don't come back to bite us. And fortunately, we do run faster than her, and we don't need to escort her.
Over here.
This way, we're upward bound.
This is bad.
Careful, it's gonna collapse. Ah, watch out. Great cutscene. Ah, Trat, we've been separated. I say, are you alright? Somehow, yeah. Problem is, damn it, there's no way up now. See another path. I shall ascend from here. Got it, we'll catch up. Let us meet above again. Fight well, be not reckless. Where is your weapon? Alright, well here we are. We're in the Grand Cathedral. And in case you couldn't tell, yeah, Grius was okay. There are a lot of enemies. Okay, I need to be careful. So, healer, has really garbage overworld combat. So, oh, I can kill you in one shot. Okay, I don't have to go into combat. But yeah, mage has really, really awful overworld combat. Not mage, healer. I keep saying mage. Which, I mean, it makes sense because it's all melee hits and it's a healer. And why would a healer be good at melee? Can I get through here? I don't think I can. But yeah, Grius is dead. In case you couldn't tell, I thought it was pretty obvious when they're like, help me! Who the hell are these? Where'd they come from? No, stay back. That damn Necromancer, he's attacking defenseless civilians. We can't just leave them. Come on, we have to help. Yeah, when we were at the Hutch Honeybee Inn, and they're like, oh, like, can you spend more time with Maria for me? Can you read with her and play with her? And don't worry, when we get back, we'll have a nice dinner. I was like, oh yeah, he dead. He gonna die. Plus, like, he didn't have an actual awakening. The awakening didn't throw me because I didn't know what to expect from this game. Are you unhurt? Yes. We're all right, thanks to you. But who are you? Which organization do you belong to? Please save my son. He's up ahead. We'll look for him. Please, just wait here until we send word. Are you lot really with the state army? Well, makes no difference in the end. Rescue's a rescue after all. I'll watch over her. Sorry to make you do this, but please look for her son. The lack of awakening didn't throw me off because I didn't know what to expect at all from this game. So I was like, oh, maybe like some characters don't, or maybe this is just supposed to be like a tutorial for like passing down archetypes and stuff. I was just like, okay, that's weird, but whatever. But yeah, the whole Maria thing, I was like, okay, this is not gonna end well for him. You can kind of tell when characters are gonna die in RPGs because there's something uniquely unspecial about them. Like, what makes the other character special doesn't really work with them. I'm gonna open this door. I see a lot of shining things on the inside, which makes me concerned. Mama, where are you? I can't get out. Help me. Child, he must be in this room. Yeah. Thank you, Stroll. You're so helpful. We got a lot of bookshelves. We got a lot of breakable things. Can I go through here? I can. There's gotta be things in here. Not the child skeletons. It's gonna be all right. Are you hurt? Yeah, it was scary. You're very brave. Thank you, sir. Looks like he's okay. I'm gonna go get that soldier. Take him away. Thank you and well done. I'll get him to safety. You two should get out of here as well. The area ahead is much too dangerous. Honestly, I'm not even sure the state army can handle this. We've further business to attend to. Take care of that child if you would. Thank you kindly for saving me, sirs. You be careful too.
Let's hurry.
We have a chest. Let's get this treasure chest. It can't be that bad. Balm of Life. Ah, classic. In case you couldn't read it, it fully restores HP and revives somebody, which is very, very, very helpful. I guess I go this way because the other door is already open. Yeah, plus this takes me up, and that's where Hulkenberg said to go. This door concerns me. Please don't try to murder me. Please don't be a boss fight because I didn't heal. Hello. Is this voice acted?
Everything all right?
You're late. Were you waylaid by fighting? There were people struggling to get away. We couldn't just abandon them. In that case, well done. Still, there are likely more who need assistance inside. I thought she was just gonna walk away. This is a sorry mess that the royal funeral led to. I could have never imagined. We only have Louise to blame. Launching an attack on the proceedings was unthinkable. That's not all he's done. That mad subordinate of his. You said he's after the royal scepter. Yes, no doubt to offer it to his master. I think we missed that. That might have been dialogue when they were running into the cathedral. Once Louise takes it in his hand, I fear the whole country will bend to his whims. We can't let that happen. I mean, we can stop him, right? So let's keep moving.
Onward.
The entrance to the upper levels is ahead. Try to keep up. I don't know how you run on those heels, but I respect it. I can't even walk in heels. I've never tried to walk in heels. Don't really have a desire to. I need to heal. I'm gonna just auto-recover. That's why I put Day on healer. Interesting that that's not a starting skill for the class. Huh, you've gotta be joking. That thing looks absolutely massive. We have to climb that whole way? This is gonna take a while. Indeed we do. The Royal Scepter Chamber is at the top. Let us make haste. Oh, that's a long way. And there's rubble everywhere. Also, I can't turn the camera. This is as far as it will go. So don't blame me if this is not the view you want. Granted, Atlas does a pretty good job of highlighting the scale and the sheer scope of the Grand Cathedral, which I love, because it's a really, it's a grand place, and it's a very interesting piece of architecture, like that inverted triangle.
What's become of this place? Is that Magla? And in a building like this?
It's just like in the abandoned mines.
What was that sound?
Brace yourselves. It's collapsing.
Look! The entrance!
Damn it! Now how are we supposed to get inside?
We'll not be getting in this way. That collapse was no accident. He means to halt our advance. Best to seek another way. And I've a plan to do it.
The plan's more than I have. Right. Lead the way.
Before we go any further, I would have my answers. We must speak of the man Luis executed.
So, were you a friend to Grius?
Yes. I knew him as Alsace, Arvid Alsace. He'd been engaged as a tutor to His Royal Highness, teaching him swordsmanship at the King's behest.
I see.
Yes. Well, it was back when I myself was serving as one of His Highness's personal guards.
You're a personal guard for the prince.
I was. Now he is lost to me. Which brings me to the heart of my concern. I hope you can give me the answer I seek. Why were you trying to kill Luis?
Well,
we can't reveal the reason for the assassination.
Revenge. The assassination is for His Highness. To avenge his death.
Revenge?
Not just for the prince. Luis killed the king as well.
Alsace was a calculating man. Callous, where softer hearts falter. He was not some wild-eyed revolutionary, driven by petty emotion. Why would such a man sacrifice all in the name of revenge?
Who knows? Is that all you wanted to know, then?
If nothing else, you were friends of Alsace. Once more, I would humbly request your blades at my side.
I'd think you'd find surer allies among the Guard.
You saw for yourself their failings today. A legion may be easily divided. A squad of few elites, however, moves as one. I'll have us into the Grand Cathedral. I know the way. Will you assist me?
Naturally. How about you?
Of course.
Right. Not much point in asking, really.
Oi! Where's the state army?
I can't believe all the mess at the king's funeral. Our country's doomed, isn't it?
Pretty chaotic here.
With good reason. I was there, and even I struggled to grasp the situation.
Oh, you're back. Have you seen Maria?
Maria? She's missing.
She heard the commotion and ran off. She can't have gotten far.
Oi, Fabienne! We found Maria!
Maria!
Don't move her. She suffered a blow to the head.
She must have been caught in the wave of people fleeing. Poor girl.
She's unconscious, but I don't believe it's life-threatening.
Ah, but he'll be along soon, won't he?
I'm sorry.
I was prepared for the worst, but... Oh.
Damn it. Fabienne is taking care of Maria. Sounds like she'll have to stay put and rest for a while.
Are there people still left inside?
Most of the soldiers sent in to help haven't returned. I expect Luis's forces made short work of them. No one's sure if that human's corpse is safe either, so it's just been left to rot.
Underground, there is a mausoleum where the dead are interred. It opens to the Grand Cathedral on the other side.
And we can trust your word, can we? How do we even get into this mausoleum?
There's a gate just beside the recruitment center. We'll make our way in from there.
Right. Let's hurry.
Well, we've had quite a day, so why not go wake the dead a little bit? Oh, we get this tutorial already. We have an approval rating. We can press L1, archetypes as by pressing L1. Oh, check it by pressing L1. Oh, there's a new sentence. I can't read periods. Archetypes, as manifestations of heroes, can sense the fame of their user. You'll grow more popular naturally and by helping other people. In addition, mag proportionate to your ranking will accumulate daily at any coronation rock, where leading candidates' faces are carved into their surface by the king's magic. You can collect multiple days' worth at once. Okay, so yes, by doing stuff, you can go to these coronation rocks, and you can get mag by talking to this guy right here, and I can check my rating. The power of archetypes is, as of yet, thou art but a nameless wretch. In the time to come, we shall judge if thou art a worthy vessel for our power. The true king who the people wouldst choose must be a culmination of the heroes of Eld. Not Elda, just Eld. If thou shouldst use thy power as 'tis meant to be, the path will open before thee. Use thy strength for justice and save the people of the realm. Make real the world that was beyond our grasp. Does that voice belong to your archetype? It's true that under the king's rules, anyone can be crowned, even you. But but I think stopping this calamity is way more important than worrying about that right now. Yes, so this is just a popularity contest, kind of democratic, right? But yeah, popularity contest. You want to be king? Just get people to like you. Do I want to talk to you yet? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go to the mausoleum. There's a lot of stuff we can do tomorrow. I've got a massive checklist of things, so I don't think I'm gonna talk to anybody right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and save here just because it's been a long recording session, and there's just been a lot of things that happen, and I don't want to move on to tomorrow because we got a lot of things to do tomorrow. I don't want to extend this any more than I need to, but if we go over this way, this little alley, this takes us, if it'll load.
All right.
No lookouts that I can see. Will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please. It's so quiet. Kind of creepy. I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we can all let that stop us here. Yes, so this is the entrance to... okay, I'm worried about the people left in the cathedral. Catacombs entrance. This is essentially where dungeons start. There's always kind of a lobby, if you want to call it that. You've got your teammates here. You've got more if you want to do that. I'll talk to people. Let's head in. We're going after the Necromancer. We're going to catch him for Grievous' sake as well.
All right.
Just as I thought, this area has yet to be sealed off. We should be able to enter through here. So I do need to go to the mausoleum, at least at the back of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front.
Ready?
So you can see, yes, if you go into a dungeon, it is not just going from day to night. If you go into a dungeon, it takes up the entirety of your day. So, like with Persona games, time management is a really massive aspect of this game. So if you've got important things to do, you may want to hold off on a dungeon for at least a day. But for now, let's go and let us enter. The way is straight ahead. Down we go into the catacombs or the mausoleum. Either way, it's downright eerie. Much too quiet in here. We have no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open for us. The area looks clear. Let's hurry. I'm also realizing, as I'm reading some of this dialogue, that it's kind of hard to read in the more old-ish English, just casually. Like with when I was reading the popularity poll thing, dialogue, it flows a lot less naturally for me. But there's scary fog. Strange feeling from up ahead. It's the same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. But the mines were... what do you sense? I don't know, but I got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan? Am I healed? Am I healed? I guess it makes... oh! Is Hulkenberg not in the party? Oh, I guess she's not. Okay, well... anyway,
What do you think?
let's head in! Right, no time to second guess ourselves. In we go! Cutscene? Yes!
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
What? It can't be.
No way.
Alsace. Alsace, stop it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alsace, tell me, please. Is this the price of my failure, then? The prince, for having lost him, you too would abandon me.
Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with His Highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail. And now, Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Is that true? His Highness is still...
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting!
You mean, if that's true, then I... O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
You know my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will!
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg. I am knight, I am commander, and last of the Honor Guard! Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name!
Alcest, I will see you freed.
For the liege I am sworn to, in his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way! Alcest, 'tis almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
Hulkenberg awakens, and we get a tutorial. These are synthesis skills. They're special cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. You can press X to access them. In order to perform one, a second party member with a specific archetype channeled is necessary. They consume 2 turn icons. Actually, sometimes they consume 2. So, you can see we have unlocked different synthesis skills. If I press X, you can see the MP cost, and that is for each character. You can see them highlighted in the bottom right. So sometimes it's with one, sometimes with the other. And then above the MP cost is the turn icon count, and we can actually see it up in the top. Cool thing to note. If you look at the turn counter, the king's face is now there, the face of the palace that we saw at the royal funeral. That was not there previously. That only shows up after the royal funeral. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a jump thrust just to demonstrate what these are like. We get the little team up animation, and they get, well, some of them get exclusive animations, some of them are basically just the same animations as a normal skill, but I do get a defense down, and I'm gonna go ahead and round slash with Stroll, because that does a good amount of damage, especially with the defense down. There's the Phantom Dance. That did a lot more than I was expecting. And this is why we need to put healer on Will, because that day is very nice. So, Knight. Knight is very, very, very tanky. As you can see, the only skill that it gets normally is Nice Proclamation, well, right off the bat, and then halves damage taken when ambushed. This is basically you draw the aggro for 1 turn, which is nice to have for this fight. So, these three kind of form the core tank, healer, DPS, at least for now. And Hulkenberg does indeed resist slash damage, which is why she's so good for this fight. I'm gonna go ahead and heal her up. She's back to full. I'm gonna nice proclamation. And then I will, ooh. That was probably a mistake. I probably should have done the jump thrust this turn just because I can get the defense for an extra turn and also get it going down, but that's okay. When I resist these attacks by Grius, that's all that matters. And I mean, it is technically-ish what's it called? Words are hard. Oh, you're weak to that. This is technically like a, I can't use words. Tutorial fight. I'm gonna skip these animations just because it's easier to do that. Diagonal slash, probably the way to go. I should probably check my synthesis skills on Stroll. But it looks like if I don't Nice Proclamation, don't kill me. If I don't Nice Proclamation, you just attack everybody, but if I do, then you just attack Hulkenberg. So I guess that's a good tutorial. And then I definitely need to heal. Ooh. I'm not gonna risk it. There's no, I don't want to mess this up. I was thinking of maybe using Hama and then Hulkenberg's turn using an item, but I don't need to do that right now. I will Nice Proclamation. I'm gonna keep this nice and simple. Ooh, I do have synthesis skills. So this is weak slash damage to all enemies. It's 14 MP. No reason to do that. There's only one enemy. And
let's stay calm. Come forth, royal soul.
I am going to Hama? Does this kill? Yes, it does. Cool. Well,
Alsace!
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
Not bad.
I feel strong.
okay, I was gonna let this go because it was emotional, but I have stats to deal with.
I admit.
And there are more stats.
Rest now, Alsace. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Well, isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling. Come on, let's just destroy it.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there on the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alsace was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
Don't tis nothing me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But...
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
Yes. We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
Ah, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Grius entrusted his belongings to us.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Louise to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Louise?
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Louise's death? Knowing the truth, may I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life, is saved. I will fight through all obstacles.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
We'd welcome you, gladly.
Truly? Thank you. I shall strive to protect you, as you saved me.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Well, you saw this coming, but Hulkenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become our ally.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
And with that, we have unlocked Hulkenberg rank 1, and the party can now study the Knight. And there it is! There it is. It is now on our chart. And we can try seeing what new powers await us.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her. Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time.
His Royal Highness.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Louise.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare, but what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
Of course I do.
That's not your burden to bear alone, okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even get proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
I can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. So, yes, there are some followers in this game that are story-related. Gallica is one of them. With that, we have unlocked rank 2 Gallica, and we get Mage Enlightenment, so it reduces the mag cost of studying the Mage lineage, and the voices of followers can be heard even from far away. Basically, you press square, I think it is, and you can warp to whatever follower is available.
Well, you should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. I can save. I've been recording for almost an hour and a half. I need to save. Can I talk to people? I can talk to people. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Guest room, Hulkenberg room. Yeah, I don't want to go in there. Maria. That's awful. Stroll down here. He is. Grius. To think that he's gone. Stupid Otto. No! I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real knight. Well, Hulkenberg is certainly loyal. I confess I was relieved to see His Highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall all have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alsace's fight is a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. Can I leave? Probably not. Oh yeah, okay. Well, it has been a long... Ooh, wait, what? I've never noticed this. I can faintly hear the hustle and bustle of the city from beyond the closed shutters. Okay. It's time for me to save. And... Please? Thank you. I don't know why that takes so long. Please no interruptions. Please just go to the next day. Maybe I will see you tomorrow this time. Hopefully I don't get interrupted. Damn it! More, this better be important. You're ruining my pacing.
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
And this is why I love Gallica. She says what we're all thinking. Apparently, we've been invited to academia.
All unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Will's soul.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
We get a hero's incense. And this just helps your archetype XP. You give it to a character and you get more archetype XP. That's basically it.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such. A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too. Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place. If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you? You'll find him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
What?
Oh, this is not voice acted? Why? Spell broken. Has the crystal underground been shattered? No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly...
No matter.
No matter. Trivial, all of it. More importantly... Rather complicated sealing spell, but I see its workings. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the Hall of the Royal Scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer.